a few clients time to time that are panicking because they feel they've made a mistake. They've purchased maybe a machine that's normally a lot of money, and it hasn't worked out the way they wanted it to, or they've wanted to expand and grow, and the way they've thought of doing that is to get another premises, which again maybe hasn't quite worked out or been as successful as they want it to be, and then they go into panic mode.
I think a lot of it is linked to the financial element of it, isn't it? And the minute the finances are getting tighter, it's the minute the mindset goes into overdrive of feeling quite negative about the decision making, and really not understanding that, okay, you've made a decision. At the time, it was the right decision, so you have to go with it. But you are in that mode of, it's not working, it's not happening, I'm not getting the revenue from it. And a lot of owners, from having different premises, that's really stretching everything operationally, their time, their mind, everything, their finances. So it can be really difficult to overcome, really.
Yeah, and I think also there's an element of that for me where as soon as you things are going well and you can see the money coming in and you're on that right path, you instantly think, right now I need to do something big, or I need to, whereas actually for me, you just need to settle and enjoy that period and look from the outside in, why is it going well, what's working, what's not working. I mean, that's all well and good to say, because once you've made the decision, it's done and there's no coming back from it, really. Although there is always coming back from things, there's ways and means, but it's then about, okay, so it's not working, so what are we going to do now to make it work? Yeah,
it's finding the solutions, isn't it?
It is, it's finding the solutions, and there's nothing wrong with, if you've had a machine for a year, you can then do a full brand new launch on it. Like, it's never too late.
Yeah, there's always solutions. That's what I was taught a long time ago. There's always a solution to a problem. So the main issue when you feel you've made a mistake, whether it's hiring someone that wasn't the right fit, whether it's a new machine, whether you've kind of have another premises and it's really draining the finances, I think there's an element of mindset around it. And I think when we talk to those owners that are feeling so deep inside their bad decision making, they're really good at making themselves feel even worse, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, I've done this. So it becomes very dramatic in some ways. So we de-dramatize the what's going on at the moment, and we find solutions into, okay, what next? You've done that solution, you're in this situation. How can we help you to really get out of that, finding that little light at the end of that tunnel, isn't it? Yeah. But you have that mindset that is so ingrained into the fact that it's not going the way you expected.
Yeah, and when you're in it, it's very easy to not be able to see ways out. I mean, we know anyway, when you're just in the business and you're in the thick of it, which is why, when you have some outside support or whatever it may be, whoever that's from, you've got a different point of view, a different way of looking at things, different ideas and thought processes, because when you're under the cosh as such, then sometimes you just can't think, you can't see a way out. So but like you said, it's about finding solutions and going back to the drawing board and thinking it through. And
for sure. And I was talking to someone not long ago who had purchased another property, but what was really interesting is she was being coached, and after about 6 months, phone call, right, that's it, I've done it, I've got the new property, it was an opportunity, and not even letting me talk about, okay, what is that thought process, we didn't discuss it. And a lot of time when there's a decision making that is very short, sharp, and I'm going to do that because I think that's great opportunity, there's no strategy around it. Yeah. There's no kind of why are we doing this? There's no understanding as to, yes, it might be an opportunity, but not every opportunity is an opportunity.
Yeah.
So it's, if you really start to strategize your thought process around why you're doing what you're doing, you have a step back into that decision making. It allows you to have a much, much clearer understanding of the financial as element to it, because really 6 months down the line, obviously it's not going the way she wants it to go, and you can see the emotions of feeling, I've made a mistake, I should have listened, I didn't do what I needed to do. But I think we more often than not really going for the negative mindset of it's bad, I'm terrible, I should have, I could have, I didn't, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's got to kind of stop, because it's not going to move you forward, it's only going to put you into that deeper hole. You're digging it yourself.
Yeah.
And then I think if you stop that element of, okay, yes, well, you are in that situation now, it maybe has been a mistake to do that, and it was for her, it definitely was. I understood the opportunity in some ways, but it wasn't the right timing. And if she had understood that, given herself a little bit more, 6 months, a year down the line, I think she would have been really ready. So now is this whole, not only she's battling with the financial aspect of it, but she's also battling with the whole mindset. That is really difficult to overcome unless you get the right support, I guess, in the background.
Yeah, and I think that for some reason as owners, obviously I know from experience, we're very quick to move.
Yes.
You know, I think because we're so passionate and so creative,
it's gonna be great.
Yeah, and I want this and it'll be amazing and look what it does, or you know, I want that next thing, I want that next toy, really, whether that's a premises or this or that. We're just very quick, and actually not most decisions aren't best made with a quick fire
absolutely no
decision as such. So yeah, I mean, I know that I've done that, I've lived it, I've been there. So I know that, and in hindsight it's all well and good, but even so, you know, if you have done it and you're there, then it's just about finding that support and someone to, again, whoever that may be, but to help you take a step back and look at it objectively.
And learning from that lesson, I think that's the key, isn't it? Because if you keep doing the same thing over and over again in different decision making, you'll get the same results. I think we keep saying, isn't it? It's
absolutely.
Thank you for joining us. We really enjoy sharing our thoughts on various topics. If you have a burning question, simply comment below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button to keep up to date with each new episode.